guys, Lionheart here. Just wanted to make a quick video today to update you guys about some of the content on the channel. I've got some new series coming very soon because I've just finished a couple of campaigns, some planned to finish, and one, unfortunately, that wasn't planned. It ended rather abruptly. That was, of course, the Grimgore Greenskin Mortal Empires campaign. So firstly, on that point, if you missed the Twitter post, the Discord post, the YouTube community tab post, why did that series end? Why haven't I streamed any more of it? Why haven't I uploaded any more recordings from those streams? Unfortunately, it seems that there is a problem with one of the mods that I was using for that series when the game updated with the patch that came alongside the Silence and the Fury DLC. Obviously, that happened while I was on paternity leave, so when I came back, started streaming the series again, or went to try and stream the series again, it just wouldn't load the save game. So I tried different combinations of enabling and disabling certain mods that I was using. Some of you might be thinking, why don't you roll back to the previous version of Warhammer 2, because yeah, pretty good at that. When they release a new update, a new DLC of the game, they enable a new beta which allows you to roll back to the previous version of the game before that DLC or update came out, to enable you to finish off previous campaigns if there's compatibility issues. It's kind of specifically for this sort of use case. However, the problem then arises if you're using mods and the mods then get updated for the most recent patch. You can't use them on a rolled back version, not all the time at least, not mods that change substantial elements of the game. Now, I did specifically choose the mods that I was using for that Greenskin campaign carefully to try and avoid this sort of thing. It's why I don't tend to use overhaul mods for Warhammer 2, because obviously it's still a game that's getting updated, although that Silence of the Fury DLC I think was the last update planned. They're now going to be shifting focus on getting ready for Warhammer 3. But yeah, I tend not to use anything more than UI or aesthetic mods that don't change any core gameplay elements, to avoid this sort of incompatibility problem arising when patches and updates get released. So the only mod that I can think is causing the issue with that Greenskin campaign, with that Grimgore series, must be the Wheeze special mod that added in some extra units for the Greenskins and extra legendary lords. But as far as I'm aware, there weren't any changes to Greenskins in the patch notes with the Silence of the Fury DLC, unless it was some balancing changes that upset it. But that's the only mod I can think is causing the problem. But because there's not a version of that mod available for the pre-Silence and the Fury DLC update, I can't get the save games to work. I've tried loading into the latest save game. I've tried loading into all the save games that I've had for every single stream previously, you know, part 1 onwards. It just won't load any of them. So sadly, that series has to end. I won't rule out returning to the Greenskins at some point in the future, but obviously it's killed my enthusiasm for playing more Greenskins right now. So we're going to move on to a new Warhammer 2 series, which I'll be streaming each week over on Twitch and recording at the same time to upload here on YouTube, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. But yeah, apologies, Greenskin fans. I had a blast with that campaign. It was a lot of fun. I was hoping we could, you know, complete that bonus objective that we'd set of a total war campaign, conquering all the suitable regions across the map. Likely I will give that another go at some point. Maybe I'll wait till Warhammer 3 until they do the massive map update. We'll just need to make sure we don't use that Wii special mod. No, you know, overhaul mods or anything that adds anything actually into the game, just to help reduce any future incompatibility issues that may arise. So what's replacing that Greenskin series? Well, when the Silence of Fury DLC was released, they added in a new lord, and that is a dwarf lord, and I'm going to be doing an Eye of the Vortex campaign as Thorek Ironbrow. There he is. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, what, not a Mortal Empires dwarf campaign where you can unite all the other, you can confederate with all the other dwarf clans? I did think about doing Mortal Empires with the dwarves. However, with Thorek, because he's the first dwarf ever to appear on the Vortex map, I thought that's such a missed opportunity if I don't dive in and explore Lustria in its full unsquished glory. So we'll do this for the Vortex campaign. It will mean that the series won't take as long, so it means we can do other content as well. I am actually considering doing kind of at the moment 2 further Mortal Empires series for Warhammer 2 at some point. Obviously it depends when Warhammer 3 comes out and how that affects content. But I'm considering a Dwarf Mortal Empires series with Ungrim, the Slayer King, so I quite like his start position. And I've also been saying for a very, very long time that I'd like to do a Lizardmen Mortal Empires series as Gorok, and then confederate with all the other Lizardmen Legendary Lords and do so. I don't know if I'd do a full conquest with that, but we'd probably try and claim, you know, a good chunk of the map. Maybe think of some cool objectives that we can set ourselves with that Gorok Mortal Empires campaign be quite fun. But yeah, so those are kind of planned for the future. I imagine it's more likely that we do the Lizardmen Gorok one first than the Dwarves if we're going to be doing Thorek right now. But yeah, so the first Thorek stream will be this coming Wednesday, the 18th of August. From the following week after that, my plan is to stream Thorek every Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure you check out the Twitch channel, links in the description, hit follow on the channel, it's free to do so. And you can tune into the streams. I'll be recording at the same time though and uploading it 3-4 times a week here on YouTube. And we'll also have a cool custom intro that H for Havoc is making for that series as well. So yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to Thorek Ironbrow. I've actually never played the Dwarves since they got their Runeforge update, so I'll be experiencing all that fresh, because the last Dwarf campaign I did was Grombrindle ages ago, and that was just before they released the Runeforge update. So I had to play through all that campaign without the Runeforge, so I'll finally get to experience that. We'll do Ironbrow's Expedition. Once that ends, I don't know what will replace it specifically on the Twitch slot, but probably be that Gorok campaign, unless maybe Crusader Kings 3 has finally had its DLC released by then, because I want to do a new series then, or maybe Bannerlord will be back with that if they've released the battle map update, because I'm waiting for both of those games to have updates and DLC released. When my Thorok series on YouTube ends, the dedicated YouTube only series that I'm not streaming, when that ends, I'll be doing an Oxotl Let's Play, a Lizardmen campaign, again on Vortex, just because I like the narrative story-driven element of the Vortex campaign. And also, they don't take as long as Mortal Empires series, which means I get to cover more content, which I think the vast majority of you guys enjoy. And also, it's healthy for the growth of the channel as well, having, you know, fresh content more regularly rather than much longer campaigns. He says, looking at his part 150 High Elf series for Third Age. There will actually be a new Third Age series coming, Divide and Conquer 5.0, if I can get early access to it. That won't be starting though probably for another week or so. I need to do a voting video for that at some point in the next few days. So this coming week, keep your eyes peeled for a voting video for Third Age. There'll probably be a vote poll posted on the YouTube community tab, where you can vote for which faction I'll play as next in that. That will be a YouTube series as well. So yeah, lots of content coming, but kicking things off with Thorek Ironbrow, his Expedition Vortex campaign, very hard difficulty. We won't be using any major mods. We'll just be using my usual like better camera mod and stuff like that in the back. Nothing that is going to cause any save game issues. We don't want to risk that again. So yeah, alas, Grimgore campaign is rip right now. There is like one or two things I'm still trying to see if I can get it working. I have reached out to the Wii Special mod team to see if they do have an older version of the mod available that I can use to see if that would make the save work on the older version of Warhammer 2 on that previous beta. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have much luck there. So consider it case closed for now. Moving on to Thorek Ironbrow. First stream is this Wednesday. So the first episode will be released on YouTube on Thursday. So until the next one, hope you enjoyed this video, this announcement. Take care and ciao for now.